What's up guys, Broke Briar Gal here, and today we have a super fun haul placings video from the show I just got back from Little Tatanka Live. I got a bunch of cool stuff, so I'm excited to show you everything. First off with the haul, we have these really adorable pony pouches that I got in the raffle. They're super well made, and they have these really cute little like horse designs. The Velcro is like very secure and nice. It's like sewed on there. Very nice thick material. These are so much better than my pony pouches. So yeah, I would highly suggest get yourself some nice pony pouches. They are amazing. I also, in the raffle, won these cool little anti-domino things. Basically, how these work is you pull them out and they serve as little racks that you can put between your models so that they don't all fall over. They are a lifesaver at the show table, so I knew I had to get these for the raffle. These two kind of vintage horses are actually interesting. I got these the day prior to the horse show. They had like this antique mall that I went to. This little guy is, I believe, a Heartland model from, I think he's like the 50s or the 60s. I mean, someone could quote me wrong. I think he was made in Hong Kong though, so he's kind of like a cheaper variety of what they created, so I don't think he's very valuable. And low-key, the only reason that I bought him is because I accidentally like knocked him against a plate, and so I felt bad. So I bought him for $10. So I definitely got ripped off, but you know, if you're not getting ripped off at an antique mall for a model horse, then are you a true collector? That is the question. He's still super cute though, and I love his little bridle. Actually at the same place, again, I made another bad decision and I got this Pam from this booth, and she is body condition. She is super beat up. She is super bad. And yeah, don't ask, but I did pay $30 for her, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay. The cool thing though is that she actually was like this old woman's like personal toy that she grew up with as a kid. So it kind of reminded me of my own childhood, and it's cool to have a piece of history. You know, at least that's what I tell myself for my bad decision. But it's fine. You know, she will serve as a mascot and a memory for the fun time I have. But I would not recommend going to an antique mall if you want to get a good deal on Briars. There's a lot better options if you choose to just go online or buy directly from a show. Anyway, another cute thing that I got in the raffle was these super awesome stickers. They're from 2021 Briarfest, and they have all different models from that year. I'm totally going to add this to my my show binder because it's looking a little bare, so I'm excited to have those. And I got another Briar pin. This is from the, I think, 70th anniversary Palomino Hamilton that they had. He's super cute, so I'm going to definitely put him out in my backpack that I have. Down here are some things that I got. These are two models right here. These little foals are the only things I actually bought. There wasn't a lot of people selling anything I was super interested in, but they did have these adorable little stablemate foals. I think they're from the Stablemate Collector Club in 2020. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, there's this little Clydesdale filly. Sorry, my camera is just not focusing that great. But there's also this adorable little chestnut Palomino kind of color Appaloosa filly who is just the cutest. I love her. So yeah, I've been really into stablemates lately, especially like the rarer ones. So I'm probably going to be joining the Stablemate Collector Club next year because I'm just in love with stablemates. And speaking of my mini craze, I actually got some micros, which is awesome. This one is actually painted already, so I was super stoked that I got to win this cool little thing in the raffle. My camera doesn't like to focus on them because they're so teeny tiny, but this one has some really amazing details. Like she even has the little tiny chestnut painted on her sock. I believe she was painted by an artist in Sweden, and I can't remember her Instagram handle, but I think it's something along the lines of like equine art by Emma of Sweden. But she's adorable. I love her. I also have 3 unpainted micros. There's this kind of like gypsy cob kind of one, a Mustang stock horse, and then there's this one I think is like a lighter breed. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how fragile micros are, so this one broke its little foot in transit, so that's kind of a tragedy. But yeah, I am definitely looking at least to get these two customized, so if anybody knows of an artist that can paint for me, that would be awesome. I would love to commission you to make these. So yeah, that's what I got there. And the last big thing that I decided to buy at the silent auction was Troubadour, and he is gorgeous. He is from the Premier Club 2020, and I am in love with him. He is this gorgeous kind of splash pinto Morgan. He is like so pretty. He has this like deep chocolate kind of color on his top half, and then there's this really nice let's see if the camera will decide to work with me here. There you go. It will like transition kind of into this gray, and he even has like these subtle little dapples along with an ombre mane. His eyes are also super cool because they are two different colors. He has like one soft brown eye, and his other eye is this like gray. Now he did come with a couple flaws. He has like a little mark there. There's some others kind of on his legs, but I don't know if the camera will pick them up, but I think that they are pretty fixable. And I ended up winning him for $105, which for a Premier Club model, new in box with all his COA and everything, is a fantastic deal. So yeah, those are all of the ponies and assorted items that I was able to pick up. So let's move into my placings. Okay, so now we're gonna get started with the placings of the day. This was an amazing show for me. I did the best that I've ever done. I counted, I think, over 30 placings total, so I'm so excited to show you guys, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. We're gonna start off with this girl who got a second place in stock foals for OF Breyer. The reason that she is here with my 5th place horses I'm showing you is because there was only 3 horses in the class, and she got 2nd place. So didn't lose, but not super great of an accomplishment. Next to her, I did end up showing my little Appaloosa filly that I bought. She got a 5th place in mini stock foals. I think I need to show her as a different breed than an Appaloosa because her conformation's a little different, so hopefully she'll place better in the future. Next up, my super cute Croy got a 5th in American Pony. I think she's adorable. I love her. Wasn't a super big class, but there were some horses that didn't place, so I am glad that she did get a ribbon. Next up, this one is kind of surprising, is my little Clydesdale guy. He is just a regular run stablemate. Got a 5th in mini European draft. This one I was hyped about. Strawberry got a 5th place in Warm Bloods. So if you watch my documentation video, you'll see that I had a hard time finding a breed for her. And so I'm just happy that for the first time ever, she actually got a 5th place. She's just kind of a hard horse to show because of her coloring. So I don't know if I will be showing her again in the future because of that, but I was happy that at least some of the research I did paid off. Okay, moving on up to my 4th places. My cute little Clydesdale filly got a 4th place in other foals for OF Mini, and she is adorable. She does have like a little smudginess on some of her mapping, but I still think she's super cute, so I was happy that she did get a ribbon, even though if it was a small class. Next is Teddy, and he got a 4th in American Draft for OF Breyer, and his class was kind of tough because there was like 3 or 4 of him, the exact same horse, so it kind of really came down to the nitty-gritty details, and he ended up kind of placing lower. And yeah, it's kind of interesting on judges' opinion on certain models because he is a horse that will place for me in like more competitive shows and do really well, and here, surprisingly, you know, even at a smaller show, he'll place lower. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Horses that you don't think will place, and horses you think, oh, have a pretty good chance, may not place at all. So always keep in mind that it is subjective and it can be judge's opinion, and it's okay if your horse doesn't always get the biggest ribbon. But next, this was fun. Fletcher, my beautiful little glossy Appaloosa, got a 4th place in the Appaloosa class. The classes were pretty small this year, so it was kind of nice to be very manageable and to see him get a ribbon. Next up was my beautiful little Shire. He got a 4th place in European Draft, and this was actually one of the bigger classes of the day, so I was happy that he was able to come home with a ribbon because he has some very nice shading and he's just a really nice model. And then my last 4th place of the day was actually pretty surprising. My horse Archie who is an ideal Palomino, got a 4th place in quarter horse, which is a pretty sizable class as quarter horse classes go. So I was very happy for him that he was able to pull out a 4th place for me. Okay, so moving on to my 3rd places, my Bolero, beautiful collector club horse from this year, got a 3rd in others stock. I was happy that the judge really liked his breed. Unfortunately, my Stein still has not placed, so I think I'm going to retire Stein, the gray horse, on his mold because he just does not show very well, and that's okay. I was happy though that he was able to place in that class. Next up, Delilah, or her name is Bella, her mom's name is Delilah, got a 3rd place in Draft Phony Full for OF Breyer. It was combined, so she didn't tend to do as well as she does if it's just Draft Fulls, but that's okay. I was still happy that she still got a fairly good placing. Moving on, we have this one I was super excited about. Hazel, my little mare, got a 3rd place in the quarter horse class, which was awesome because she hasn't really placed for me since I showed in novice. So I was happy that she finally got a redeeming placing for her. And the judge really did like the Lady Phase mold, which is cool because I feel like a lot of judges really just don't like it. Below her, the 3rd place I got with my, what's her name? Why am I blanking? Oh yeah, Hawkeye. This is the Hawkeye model. I ended up having to show her an other pony because I forgot her class. I forgot to put her up there. That's okay. There's only like 5 horses and she got a 3rd place, so I don't really know how to count that. So she just doesn't tend to show well, and that's okay. You know, some horses just don't have the things the judges are looking for, and that's all right. Moving on, I have 2 placings for my minis. Lacaris, my cute little Breyerfest 2022 stablemate, got a 3rd place in other sport. Again, I missed his class, so I had to just come up with a random breed and then show him in other sport, and you know, he still got a placing, so that was pretty cool for not even being the right breed. Above him, Whip, who I adore, got a 3rd place in carriage breeds. I was kind of really wanting him to, you know, go higher, but it's okay because there was so many gorgeous horses in that class, and it was surprising because I feel like all around the carriage breed class was really competitive, so just people had a lot of horses on those molds, I guess. Moving on here, my cute little what's his name? Yeah, rotating draft surprise horse got a 3rd place in other pure part draft, so that was pretty exciting. Again, it was kind of a small class. I think there were 6 horses total, and 3 of them were mine, so I don't know. But, you know, the judge did really like his breed, so I was happy about that. Down below him, my trusty Alina got a 3rd place in European Pony, which was actually a pretty sizable class, so I was happy that she has proved to be pretty consistent in terms of placing. And then my last 3rd place of the day, I was super stoked about this, came from Joey. This is the highest he's ever placed for me, and it was also probably the smallest Appaloosa class. But that's okay, because I think he is really, really nice, and I'm glad that he was able to bring home a ribbon. Okay, so now we're getting into the higher placings of the day. I'm going to go over my 2nd place horses. All of these horses got Nan cards, so they qualified to go onto the bigger show if I wanted. First up, we have this adorable little foal. He got a 2nd place in, I think, it was sport foals, and the judge actually complimented him, saying that he was very, very clean and nice, so I appreciated that a lot. I'm glad that the new documentation I made for him worked out really, really good. Actually, I think it's a her, but that's beside the point. And actually, his mama ended up getting a 2nd in other Spanish breeds, so that was really awesome because I absolutely adore her. I'm happy that I have such a beautiful set that are able to place pretty well for me consistently in shows. Moving down, I was so happy about this one. My adorable little Breyerfest mare got a 2nd place in American Pony. And I was so happy about this because she was like a grail. I wanted her for so long, and I was just hoping that she did well in shows because I have been dreaming of her for so long. So I was happy that my expectations were proven to be correct. This one was super fun. Moto, who is Theo, got a 2nd place in European Draft. I tried showing him as a little bit of a different breed than normal, and it paid off really well, and he placed the highest that he's ever placed. So the only one who beat him was another one of him, so understandable. Next up we have my Glossy Wells, and I love him. He's gorgeous. He's the one that I traded Infinity Briars for, and seeing him against another Glossy Wells who was much lighter, I just realized that he has really, really nice dark wit shading. I also found a really great reference photo for his breed that I was happy about, and he got a second in the carriage breeds class, which was really competitive, so I'm happy that he pulled that out. For my minis actually did really, really well this show, which was awesome because I struggle with OF Mini a lot, but not this time. This cute little Appaloosa guy got a second in Mini Appaloosa, and this is the first time he's placed for me, so I was super stoked that he nanned. And then my last second place of the day came from my gorgeous Shagaya Arabian model. I think her name is Callie is the Briar name. She got a second in the Arabian class, which I was super happy about because she, again, is one of my more consistent placers, so I was happy to see that she did so well. Okay, so on to some of the big winners of the day. I'm going to go over my first place horses who were able to win their class. First was my adorable Chalice that I love so much that I was able to get for the Black Friday, or it was just some kind of sale, I'm not sure what it was, but he got a first place in other Spanish breeds, and he is gorgeous. He totally deserved it, and I had really great reference pictures for him. The one that I did not expect is that my little Prost guy actually got a first in other pure part less Spanish light breeds, because he is definitely not perfect. He has like little flaws here and there, but I guess the judge really liked my breed, so I was happy that she picked him to win. Next to him, my trusty little guy got a first place in, what was the class? Other stock. Really good breed and reference, so I was happy about that. The judge also told me that he was so close to being the reserve champ of his division, or not his division, sorry, his section. However, he has a little chip on the other side of him, which is unfortunate, but he did get an honorable mention from the judge, so I thought that was really cool. Down below him, Azure, my lovely little pony. She's the only classic in my show string, but she actually got a first place, and she's a really good shower for me because she does have gorgeous shading, as you can see. She got a first place in other pony breeds, so that was really cool. Up here, my gorgeous Lafayette Saddlebred got a first place in Gated Breeds class for OF Briar, and the judge really liked him, so I was very happy about that. Down below, my gorgeous new Cleveland Bay model that I got from Briarfest managed to pull a first place in the carriage breeds class. That was the class that I also had Wells in, and so I was able to get first and second. I was beyond the sorry, my words are struggling. I was beyond excited to be able to get a first with him because, yeah, I had to dust the heck out of him because he was dirty, but it was worth it. I was super excited. Above him, also, Oliver got a first place in other draft, and he was also super close to winning, I think, some kind of champion or reserve champion. It was between him and one other horse, I think, based on what the judge's tendencies were going, and he ended up not getting it, but that's okay. Down below him, I was so hyped about this one. My cute little pony guy here got a first place in European Pony. If you want to see kind of behind the scenes of how I made documentation, I actually have a video that I took before the show of me making breed documentation for him, and the judge really liked it. So yeah, if you want to see that, that'll be in our next video. And then right above him, I was so stoked. Landler got a first place in the warm bug class, which is bonkers because everyone knows that warm bug classes are nuts. And he can't stand, and he has like a little goober on his foot, so I was definitely not expecting him to place, and he won his class, so I think that's really awesome, and he is really a gorgeous boy. So yeah, those are my first place horses, and now we're going to get into the fun part, which is my section reserve champs and my section champs. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the really exciting placings, the reserve champs and the section champs. Before I show you all of them, I just wanted to say again, I am so grateful to have this opportunity, and it was amazing, and I never expected to be able to have this, but again, thank you so much to the judges and everyone involved because it was an amazing experience. So without further ado, my cute little foal here got reserve champ in the full section, and one thing I do want to say about how this was judged, it was a little bit different. So basically all of the first place horses called back were eligible for champion, and then they would look at all the second place horses for reserve. So out of all the second place horses, he was kind of the champion of the second place foals. So yeah, that was so cute, and again, the judge said he was really, really clean and liked him a lot, so I was very, very thrilled about that. And then up here we have my super, super gorgeous mama, and she ended up getting reserve champ in other light gaited breeds. So again, I just absolutely love this set. Beautiful, beautiful. Down here, I was so happy. Moto actually ended up getting reserve champ in draft pony. I was very excited for him because he is gorgeous. And yeah, it's crazy how, again, judges' opinion can play such a factor, because the highest he ever placed before this, I think, was like maybe a 5th or a 6th, and then he gets reserve champ. So that was just crazy, and I absolutely was so excited. But what was even crazier is in the same callback, my little pony ended up winning champion for the whole section of draft pony, and I am so happy because, again, I worked hard to get this breed and this documentation done, and I finally figured it out, and I was so happy I did, because he is really gorgeous. Like, he's got really nice shading, he's really clean and put together, so it was just such a cool opportunity. And then something that totally surprised me is my beautiful little Chalice stablemate got champion in other in the light category. I think it was like light breeds, Spanish breeds, and yeah, he got champion, so I was so happy about that. And then my last champion of the day of this section was Landler. He got a champion of the sport division, which was, again, insane to me because I was just so excited. And he does have really nice, like, pretty soft dapples, but yeah, that was like totally insane. And I was beyond grateful for that. Okay, so after that, things kind of got a little crazy. My Moto actually ended up winning, overall reserve grand champion of the Briar division, which was amazing, astonishing, so cool. Again, this is a horse that had only placed 5th or 6th place at best, and now he has moved up so much. Again, it's a really good sign that sometimes it's subjective, it's judge's opinion. And that was absolutely amazing. The thing that kind of made me, like, again, lose my mind completely was that Landler won overall grand champion in the Briar division, and I literally could not believe it that I was able to win both of these ribbons. Again, this is like beyond my expectations of what could have ever happened, and I am so thankful for this opportunity to show these horses. It was such a great experience, and it's definitely going to be something that I keep with me for a long time. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the show or about, how to get into showing and stuff like that, I would love to help you out because, again, I feel like I learned so much from the show and there were so many great people there. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time.